As you see in my hand is our ISO certificate, which is about the environmental management system certificate, presented to Wuxi Internal Beliefs and Alloying Casting and Forging Company Limited. And this environmental management system complies with GBT 24001-2016 about the ISO 14001-2015 requirements. The certificate is valid for the following scope: supply of alloy castings and forging, and so on. The certificate number is 05321E30032R0S. The certificate date is on December 1st, 2021, and the certificate valid date is from December 1st, 2021 to November 1st, 2024. And the date of the international certification is on December 1st, 2021. And the Unified Social Certificate Code of Certified Organization is 913-202-11-15-219-27F. This is all the information about the ISO certificate about the Environmental Management System Certificate with the ISO 14001-2015 requirements. And the next is another certificate, which is about the occupational health and safety management certificate. As you see in my hand is our ISO certificate 14001-2018 requirements, which presented to Wuxi Internal Beliefs and Alloying Casting and Forging Company Limited about the occupational health and safety management system certificate. And the certificate is valid for the following scope: supply of alloying castings and forgings, and so on. And the certificate number is about 505-321S 300-31R0S. And the certificate date is on December 1st, 2021, and the certificate valid date is from December 1st, 2021 to November 1st, 2022, and the date of the total certification is on December 1st, 2021, and the Unified Social Credit Code of the Certified Organization is 913-202-11-15-219-27F about the Occupational Health and Safety Management Certificate, presented to Wuxi Internal Beliefs and Alloying Casting and Forging Company Limited. There is also 3 ISO certificates, as you see here. And then we also have the verified supplier certificate from the verified. The certificate number is 20881155-T, and is also presented to Wuxi Internal Beliefs and Alloying Casting and Forging Company Limited. And the on-site assessment was conducted for Wuxi Internal Beliefs and Loan Casting and Forging Company Limited by the TUV Land. And we are also the good supplier of Alibaba International. We are also be confined by the Made in China.com with the audited supplier presented to the Wuxi Internal Beliefs and Loan Casting and Forging Company Limited. And also be confined by the organization SGS. And we also make many championship from the local government or the other, for example, like Wuxi University, Chamber of Commerce. And we also have awards because manufacturing excellence and innovation awards. At 2020, which organization is by the Made in China.com and the SGS, TUV, and so on. As you see in my hand, yes, manufacturing excellence and innovation awards, which presented to our company. And as you know, our Wuxi Internal Beliefs and Loan Casting and Forging Company Limited is also a company we devote ourselves to innovate and use the new technologies. And as you see on screen, there are about 22 patents. We have about different products. For example, we have patents about the bottlers, liners, which used for the bone mire machines in the mire industry. So we use bottlers technology to reduce the use of bolts when you need to use bolts to assemble the liners on the bone mire machine. So if you use our US technology about bottlers, mire liners, so that you will not need to buy the bolts, so that it is can divided by the mire liners from the bone mire machines. And we also have be passed the test of the SGS about the on-site assessment in recent 2 years. And so far, the TUV have also come to our foundries, and we have passed many different certificates. As I said you before, 3 different ISO certificates. And the SGS also came to our foundry for on-site audit last June. And we are also the member of Wuxi Commerce Chambers. We have been warmly occupied in the social activities to take the social responsibility. And we also can produce like boats, so wear resistant products, and the heat treatment plants on the baskets. After this, there are 2 patents that I will show you more information about our company. Survive the internal beliefs allowing casting and forging company limited. So specialize in supply of heat, wear, and corrosion resistant casting and forging and machineries and protective items. The global brand is called EB, with cherry E with B. And there are four main products and services we can provide it to you. There are about 4 different parts. The first part is about the recession resistant castings, like the cobalt alloys, nickel alloys, copper alloys, aluminum alloys, and titanium alloys. About 4 different elements alloys we can produce to do the castings or the material, bars, lens, sheets, coins, and so on. We can also make this corrosion resistant casting and forgings. And the secondary part is about heat castings. As we know, heat casting is used widely in the industry due to it can take over the high temperature more than 1,200 temperatures. And then have good harness and stable enough to support the products when you need to do the heat treatment. Some of the heat castings is also the main products we produce. And we also produce like the heat treatment fixtures, the welding tubes, grenades, rollers, melting heaters, slag cords, grind bars, spanners, bit plans, and so on. And the next part is about the wear castings, about 5 different castings. And the wear castings is also used widely in our daily life and the industry. Due to when you see the boats, it is also wear castings. For example, like a mile use boats, which it should have a good wear resistance. Due to it uses hydronium white iron castings. And if you want it more useful, so you can also choose other material like the nickel hard white iron castings, the chromium monomers alloy steel castings, the high magnesium steel castings, or wear parts for pressures. And both of these materials are about different standards due to different countries have different material standards. For example, if you are American, you will usually use the STM, so that when you are Chinese, you will also use the GB standards, so that we can produce all the standards from all the countries over the world. So if you are interested in our wear castings, please send us your inquiries. And we also produce some machines about different use. For example, for my industries, we can produce the grinding equipment, which is customer made consulting service on long service life and material selection for the grinding equipment. For example, like bone mirrors and we can also produce pressures for kind of pressures. The first is pull pressures, jaw pressures, burr pressures, and so on. And we can also produce the melt blow fabric making machines. Also, when we need to protect us from the COVID-19, so that we EV China also can produce the machine with the KN95 masks or 3-plate masks machines when you need. And then we also produce drying dip machines for different use, for the water wheel, for the oil drying rig on the land. We can also produce some robots like the 4-entity robot for handling, for welding, for painting, and so on. This is all the 4 mainly products and services we can provide to you. So if you are interested in all the or some of the products I told you before, please send us your requirements to our Alibaba International. You are always welcome. That's all the information about Wuxi Internal Beliefs Alloying Casting and Forging Company Limited. Now, next, welcome my colleague to his products. Welcome my colleague, career.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Kerry from EV China. Today, we will show you the product about carbon alloy and nickel alloy. So let's start. The catalog is about 2 parts. The first part is about seller force and seller six, and the second part is about castings and forgings. Okay, the next part. The next part is about the material for cellars. Cellar is a hard alloy that can withstand various types of wear and corrosion and high temperature oxidation. Commonly known as cobalt-based alloy. Cellar is based on cobalt as a main component, including some nickel, chromium, and tungsten. The composition is about 9, and it is about 12 satellites. You can see the picture and the symbol clearly about the material for settler composition. The next is about the basic information for settler force and six. Settler force. The settler force is the carbon alloy. The handles is HRC45 and two HRC55. The mostly used material is settler 20. The settler 6. The material of the value 6 is generally lower than the material of the value 4. The material is settler 3, and it is also about A3. And there are some pictures attached the TV. And also there are some pictures about salad balls and seeds, and it is more clearly about it. There are 3 pictures. The 2 pictures is about cartoon, and 1 picture about firewood and wooden box. And also there are some pictures about salad balls and seeds. And also there are some video about it. Okay, the next part is a picture about the salad balls and seeds. It is there are something about the chemical composition, partners, specification and number, and also there are some information about it. It is very clearly on it. And the next part is about size of salad balls and seeds. There are 2 parts about product name. It is one part is cobalt alloy balls, and the second is cobalt alloy seeds. And there are some information about specification and weight. And also there are some material about it. The next part is called for salad balls and seeds. We have exported salad vinyl balls and seeds to many countries, such as the USA, UK, Italy, Spain, Brazil, and Australia, and other countries. And also our customers have very good feedback on our salad balls and seeds. And we are looking forward to your order about salad balls and seeds. And also there are some pictures about other products for cobalt alloy. There are 3 pictures. The first picture is about cobalt alloy welding rods. And the second picture is about cobalt alloy round bar. And the third picture is about cobalt alloy rings. Okay, the second part is about cobalt alloy. Is the UFC over 50 castings and forgings. The first part is about introduction of the UMC-50. It is a high temperature alloy material. High temperature alloy refers to a type of material based on iron, nickel, and cobalt that can work for a long time at a high temperature, about 600 degrees, and a certain strength. And also it has a high temperature strength, good oxidation and corrosion resistance, good fracture performance, fracture toughness, and other comprehensive properties. And also the picture is next. There are some photos about it casting and forging. And it is our position about it. The test report is about some information such as chemical composition, material, and order quantity. The composition is more clearly on it, and there are some orders about it. And also it is a chemical check report of products. And there are some pictures about it. And this is picture about everything. The composition is more clearly on it. Casting size and drawing dimension and items. And the second part is about nickel alloy. And welcome my partner Bruce introduce it.
Okay, this is Bruce from ED China. The next part is about nickel alloy. Here is a catalog. It is divided into three parts. The first part is mono alloy, and the second is common alloy. The third part is test alloy, testable head alloy. The first part is about mono alloy. This is some basic information from mono alloy. It composed of C, Si, Mn, Fe, Cu, Ni, Al, Ti. And each element has different composition. So the material performance of mono K500 is better than that of mono 400. Nano-alloy series products have excellent physical properties of high strength, high corrosion resistance, and wear resistance. They have the advantages of long service life. Commonly used grades are Nano 400 and Nano K500. This is a test report for nano-alloy of our company. This is a dimensional check report of products. Also, there are 6 pictures here to show you the appearance of this kind of products. And these 2 pictures are the bolts, nuts, and washers we sent to Australia. These are some photos for nano-alloy. Here are the rings and tubes we sent to Singapore. And the next is internal alloy. You can see the composition chart from this PowerPoint. The biggest feature of internal series material is better corrosion resistance. Generally speaking, the higher the chromium content, the better the corrosion resistance. So the higher the chromium content, the better the corrosion resistance. This is a test report for internal alloy of our company. Here you can see the chemical component percentage. This is some chemical analysis of this product. This is the dimensional check report of products. On the PowerPoint, you can see 5 pictures. There are different internal alloy products. The third is pestle alloy. The same as the before tube. Here's the composition percentage of this alloy. Pestle is a nickel-based corrosion resistant alloy, and divided into 2 categories: nickel-chromium alloy and nickel-chromium molybdenum alloy. Pestle has good corrosion resistance. This is a classification. Pestle is mainly divided into 3 series, B, C, and G. It is mainly used in iron-based CRNI or CRNI-MO stainless steel, non-metallic materials, and other strong corrosive media that cannot be used. The most widely used are the 2nd generation materials. The model number is N10661, B2, N10276, C276, N02022, N06455, C4, and N06985, G3. These are some photos for pestle alloy. We we show the 6 different kinds of cast alloy products. And the dental alloy is our new product. The casting process of dental alloy bars is investment casting, also known as wax casting method. The basic process is to first make a wax model of wax or plastic, etc. The surface of the wax model is coated with an embedding material to make the casting model, and then the molten alloy is cast into the casting cavity inside, forming a casting. There are 4 demands of this product. From the diagram, you can see the percentage of 4 different demands. The market for dental alloy is very broad because of the widespread dental alloy industry. Demand for dental alloys has increased, as we all know. There are many kinds of dental alloy materials. Then we show the demand for dental alloy of various materials. Number 1 is nickel dental alloy, accounts for 59% of the world. The second is cobalt dental alloy, accounts for 31% of the world. The next is nickel beryllium dental alloy, accounts for 7% of the world. The last is account for 3% of the world for other purposes. You can see different kinds of dental alloy on screen. There's an introduction video for an ICR dental alloy. Thank you for your watching. Welcome my colleague to present the next wonderful illustration for you.
Hello, this is Terry from China. Welcome to our lecture. Today I'm going to introduce you the copper alloy and aluminum alloy. Okay, let's start. In the beginning, I will introduce the copper alloy. This is a catalog of the copper alloy. It has 5 sections. There are basic information of copper alloy, grades and the types of copper alloy. 3. Show our samples for copper alloy. 4. Production types and process of copper alloy. Last one, export case of copper alloy. In the beginning, I will introduce the basic information of it. It's combination. Copper alloy is an alloy composed of pure copper and added one or all other elements. Its color is pure, is purple red. Its density is 8.96. Its melting point is 1083. Its advantage is that example is electrical conductive, chemical conductive, darkness and corrosion resistance. Return to its classification, mainly divided into brass, bronze, and copper-nick. When it comes to its feature, brass copper is generally based on lead as the main added element. Bronze is generally based on the silicon as the main added element. Copper-nick is generally based on nickel as the main additive element. Its application has four. First, electrical industry. 2. Transportation industry. 3. Construction industry. 4. Aviation industry. Here is the grades and broad types of the copper alloy. We can, from these blanks, know that its computation and are used. The CU1 computation copper content is more than 99.95. Impurity content less than 0.05. That is used for melting copper, for melting and casting copper, while enclosed copper rods and casting alloys. The CU2 its composition copper content more than 99. Impurity content less than 0.1. It is suitable for electrical copper wires, conductive thickness, copper rods, and profiles. There is also the chemical composition of the copper alloy. Next is the production types and process for copper alloy. In the beginning, production types for copper alloys. It has copper round rod, copper tube, copper plate, copper strip, copper foil, copper powder, copper casting, and copper foil. The process for copper alloys: hot rolling process and cold rolling process for copper round rod, tube, plate, strip, and foil. Die casting process and precision casting for copper castings for foils. Electrical method, atomization method and reduction method for copper powder. These pictures are different products of made of copper. They are color shape are different from each other. They have copper rock plate, brass copper plate, brass copper tube, brass copper casting, brass copper strip, and copper powder. There is copper casting we exported to Australia. We adopt the casting process materials is C95 to 10. Here is the chemical composition of copper alloy. This picture is the joints of the copper alloy and its composition. From the picture, we can simply know our product. Okay, next I will introduce the aluminum alloy. The catalog of aluminum alloy have 5 sections. They are basic information of aluminum alloy, grades and broad types of aluminum alloy, and show our symbols for aluminum alloy, production types and process for aluminum alloy. And last one, export case for aluminum alloy. The basic information of aluminum alloy. Compensation, general terms for aluminum-based alloys. The main alloy elements are copper, silicon, zinc, metals, and the secondary alloy elements are nickel, iron, tin, and chromium. Its color are different. The size is 2.7. It's a melting point about 660. Its advantage is pure aluminum has no density, no melting point, high plastic, easy processing, and strong corrosion resistance. However, its disadvantage is that it has no density. Its solution is that the certain other elements or heat treatment. Next is its classification. According to processing, cast aluminum alloy and reformed aluminum alloy. According to chemical composition, aluminum silicon alloy, aluminum copper alloy, aluminum magnesium alloy, aluminum zinc alloy, and aluminum rare earth alloy. Its application is aviation, aerospace, automotive, machinery, shipbuilding, chemical industry, and building. The blend is the typical broad types of the aluminum alloy. Here is the chemical composition of the aluminum alloy. When it comes to the features of each series of aluminum alloy, series 1, The main features is the highest content of aluminum with purity of over 99%. There is currently the most commonly used material in conventional industries. 2 series. The main feature is that the hardness is relatively high, and the proliferation of copper tint is relatively high, reaching 3 and 5%. Most aviation materials. 3 series. The main feature is better anti-rust fixing. The content of resins is relatively high, 1 and 1.5%. 4th series. The main features are low melting point, wear resistance, heat resistance, and corrosion resistance. The content of science is relatively high, 4.5 and 6%. Generally used in construction. Welded series 5. The main features are low excited, high tensile strength, high regulation, and good strength, but cannot be stressed by heat treatment. The content of calcium is relatively high, 3 and 5%. And is generally used in industry. Series 6. The most important feature is cold treat the aluminum foreign product, which combines the advantages of the 4 series and the 5 series with a higher connection and calcium content, better corrosion resistance. 7 series. The main features are hardness, wear resistance, and good viability. The zinc content is relatively high, generally used in aviation. 8 series. Aluminum foil, bars, and plates are most commonly used. The last one, 9 series. There is no outstanding feature. It is a spare alloy. When it comes to the meaning of metals in aluminum alloy, it has these sections. And in the state, lowest hardness, sigma free processing state, work hardening state, enhanced hardness. 4. Solid solution heat treatment state. 5. Heat treatment state. And state only for plastics. Artificial aging after pouring from the modeling temperature. Last one is the artificial aging after solution treatment. The product types and process for aluminum alloy. The production types are aluminum round rod, aluminum tube, aluminum plate, aluminum strip, aluminum foil, aluminum powder, aluminum casting, and the aluminum forging. The process for aluminum alloy. hot rolling and cold rolling process for aluminum round roll, tube, plate, strip, and foil. Die casting process precision casting for aluminum castings and forgings. Electric metal combination method and production method for aluminum powder. These are some pictures of the products made of aluminum. Their shape are different from each other. They have aluminum round rod, plate, powder, casting. This is the aluminum casting we export to Russia. The process is precision casting. The material is layer 101. The black is the chemical composition of the aluminum alloy. This is the drawing of the product made of aluminum alloy. Next time I'll introduce you the copper alloy. The chemical can be divided into 5 sections.
再讲一遍。
First, basic information of copper alloy. 2, create and broad types of copper alloy. 3, show our samples for copper alloy. 4, production types and process for copper alloy. 5, export case for copper alloy.
再讲15分钟。
There is the basic information of copper alloy. Composition. Copper alloy is an alloy composed of pure copper and added one or more other elements. As the color is purple red, as the size is 8.96. Its melting point is 1083. Its advantage is that excellent electric conduction, ductility, and corrosion resistance. Its classification is mainly divided into glass, bronze, and copper-nickel. This feature, the brass copper is generally based on lead as the main additive element. Bronze is generally based on silicon as the main additive element. Copper-nickel is generally based on nickel as the main additive element. It has these applications: electrical industry, transportation industry, construction industry, aviation industry. Here is the composition of the copper alloy. When it comes to production types for copper alloy, It has these types: copper round rod, copper tube, copper plate, copper strip, copper foil, copper powder, copper casting, and copper forgings. The process for copper alloys: hot rolling process and cold rolling process for copper round rod, tube, plate, strip, and foil. Die casting process and precision casting for the copper casting and forgings. Electrical method, atomization method, and reduction method for copper powder. These are different products of copper alloy. Their shape, color are different from each other. This is the copper casting we exported to Australia. We casting process material is C95210. The picture is the chemical composition of the copper alloy. This is the drawing of the copper alloy. Next is aluminum alloy. The catalog can be divided into 5 sections. 1. Basic evaluation of aluminum alloy. 2. Weights and properties of aluminum alloy. 3. Show our samples for aluminum alloy. 4. Production types and process for aluminum alloy. 5. Export cost case for aluminum alloy. The composition of the aluminum alloy. General pump for aluminum basic alloys. The main alloy elements are copper. Second, zinc, and the secondary alloy elements are nickel, iron, and chromium. Its density is 2.7. Its melting point is about 600 degrees. Its advantage is that pure aluminum has no density, no melting point, high elasticity, easy processing, and strong corrosion resistance. However, its disadvantage is that it has no density. The solution is that the certain other elements of heat treatment. Its classification has 2 sections according to processing: cast aluminum alloy and deformed aluminum alloy. According to the chemical composition, aluminum silicon alloy, copper alloy, zinc alloy, and rare earth alloy. This application is aviation, automotive, machinery, shipbuilding, chemical industry, and welding. This is the type properties of the aluminum alloy. This is the chemical composition of it. The features of each series aluminum alloy has 9 series. We return to the meaning of metals in aluminum alloy. Annealing state, lowest hardness, free processing state, work hardening state. soil solution heat treatment state and inner state. Artificial aging after drawing from the boiling temperature. Artificial aging after solution treatment. The production types for aluminum alloy. There are aluminum round rod, tube, plate, strip, foil, powder, casting, and forgings. The process of aluminum alloy: hot rolling process and cold rolling process. For aluminum round rod, tube, plate, strip, and foil. Die casting process and precision casting from aluminum casting and forgings. Electrical method, utilization method, and reduction method for aluminum powder. These are different products of aluminum alloy. They are different from each other. This is the aluminum casting we exported to Russia. The process is precision casting. The material is Z101. This is the chemical composition of the product made of aluminum alloy. This is the drawing of the product made of aluminum alloy. Okay, that's all my speech. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Alex from EB China. Now let me show the welding rods. The welding rods include hardened steel welding rods, low alloy steel welding rods, stainless steel welding rods, stainless welding rods, aluminum and aluminum alloy welding rods, nickel and nickel alloy welding rods, and copper and copper alloy welding rods. Carbon steel electrode is suitable for welding carbon steel and low strength, low alloy steel. Principles of using carbon steel electrodes include 4 low, high carbon type and iron powder type electrodes. The electrodes must be baked at 300